All right, everyone. For all of us fans of, the either VHS tapes, the Blu-ray tapes, just old-fashioned, media, physical media, we have some bad news. So this is from CNET.com. LG, one of the last holdouts, ceases production of Blu-ray players. One of the last major electronic companies still manufacturing Blu-ray players has hit stop, or at least pause for now, on its two remaining devices. LG will no longer manufacture the UBK80 and the UBK90 UHD Blu-ray players which introduced back in 2018. Both devices play regular Blu-ray disc as well as UHD 4K disc in addition to CDs, standard DVDs, and 3D Blu-rays. The UBK90 also plays Dolby Vision format movies, a feature missing in many other devices, including the disc editions of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, two game consoles that can play UHD discs and Blu-rays. Even though issues with streaming services removing content has renewed interest in physical media, the march away from discs has continued. Best Buy decided to stop carrying DVDs and Blu rays last year, and Netflix phased out its red envelope DVD mailing in 2023. Previously, Samsung exited the Blu ray player market in 2019, and Sony appears to be winding down disc production. Sony and Panasonic remain as the last major holdouts still making disc players. In a statement to the website Flat Panels HD, LG said it's not ruling out a return to the Blu ray player market if demand warrants it. The company didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. So obviously, this is sad. I think for all of us that, you remember VHS, if you remember how cool physical media actually is, this is sad. Now, it's not shocking because you do have all these online streaming services. And let's just be honest, right? Everybody has kind of started using them. Even for me, I'm someone who's a big supporter of kind of physical media, even for your Xbox or your PlayStation or whatever console you have. But at the end of the day, I'm buying almost all my games on the Xbox store, on the PlayStation store, on the PC. I'm buying them almost entirely on Steam. You're not, you don't, I don't, my computer doesn't even have a disc player. I'm not buying any movies. So it's like I could sit here and complain and say, oh my God, this is, so sad. But I was part of the problem, right? Because I wasn't purchasing these. With that being said, I definitely am on the side of people who do have concerns over this because I do think the coming issues, whether it's with streaming or with game consoles or whatever, is this idea that you don't actually have. Like, the bottom line is, I got an Xbox, original Xbox, right? I'm looking at it right now, and I have all the games for it. I'm looking at those, and anytime I want, I plug those into a TV that can support it, and they work. All I need is the TV that supports it, the game console, the games, no problem, no questions asked. I could play it. It works. On the Xbox Series X that I'm also looking at, that's sitting right over there, I don't have any games that aren't in that are disc. I think maybe, or at least they're not down here. And so, what happens in 20 years when there's a bunch of new games out, new consoles out, and I want to play my games on the Xbox Series X? Well, they're all kind of in the cloud. I know I download them, but how is that all going to function when the Xbox marketplace isn't working? A lot of them are always online or need online to even boot the thing up. So, how is that all going to work? That's something that is a big deal. And with movies, that's the same thing, right? With these Blu ray movies, right now I can go on Netflix, Amazon Video, all of these different services. I can go ahead and watch any movie I basically want to see I can now go see on one of these streaming services. It's really amazing how they're able to capture almost all of these. What happens one day when a lot of these streaming services maybe they don't exist anymore, or there's a new technology that comes that outpaces them, and they decide, yeah, we're not going to put all of these movies on here, all some of these old ones. So now you have all these different movies that are basically unwatchable unless you happen to have a Blu-ray player or a Blu-ray disc. I mean, this is the kind of stuff I do think is worrying about this. And my guess is nobody's going to really care all that much about it until we get to the point where we realize, oh crap, 20 years down the line, everyone's like, well, I bought all of these games on the Xbox Series X. I can't do anything with them. There's no online. Something to keep your eye on. And this is definitely sad, but like I said, if people want to make this change, which I think a lot of us do, we got to start buying these physical things, and I'm not doing that right now. So I can't necessarily get mad at these companies that are saying, well, if no one's going to actually buy them, we're just going to be done with them. So thank you all for watching and put in the comments section below what you think.